Hey guys, today I just wanted to let everyone see what you're capable of putting together with a Sony a58. I've had a lot of fun researching and trying to figure out all the parts that I could put together to make a movie rig, and I hope this answers some questions for some of you that are trying to go down the same path or think about it. I was able to find the Sony a58 for around $380 on eBay, and I just wanted to see what it's going to take to make it happen. Today we're going to talk about the Sony SLT a58 and how I've set it up in a rig. Let's talk a little bit about the parts that I used to put this thing together. We've got the Fotasy follow focus sitting on a Neewer frame, the 15 millimeter frame from Neewer. This frame right here was I believe $89. It came with the handles and the shoulder pad, all the blue hardware, the blue end caps, very reasonably priced. It is okay when you're talking about build quality. You really have to crank down the nuts on the handles and such to keep them in place. There may be a way to cinch them down a little better, but I'm still working on that. Once you get it tight though, it doesn't go anywhere. Okay, let's talk about the hood. I found this hood right here on Amazon for I believe $17. It's not a matte box. All it does is just shield out some of the sunlight or extra light if you have in a room. It actually works pretty good for that. I don't have the ability to change any filters or anything, but it does its job. Also, I want to talk about the microphone. This is the VidPro microphone that I found. It was, I believe, $99. Comes with every type of adapter you could possibly need to put the thing together, and I am very impressed with the sound. It does a great job. We've also got our cables. I found these cables on Amazon, a micro HDMI, and I've also got an 1/8 inch to 1/8 inch plug to go from the audio recorder to the camera. The only downside to the Sony camera for video work is it doesn't have a headphone out. That's easily dealt with if you use a splitter on the output of the recording device. Right here we have the follow focus, the Fotasy follow focus. This is the believe it's a little over $100 for this follow focus, but it's got the little pegs that you can set your distances, and it works great. It keeps you from having any twist on your zoom on your lens. This is the Aputure monitor. This is around $200. It plugs. It has a regular size HDMI plug in on it, and you just have to have the converter cable that does not come with the Sony a58. I did find it on Amazon. I'll post a link to that. But one of the great things about this monitor is the back side of it. It uses the standard Sony batteries. This particular battery right here will not work in this particular camera, but this battery right here works in my LED lights and all my other equipment, and I just bought the batteries in bulk, and I'm able to switch them and swap them out. This screen also does have a DC 12 volt input and multiple inputs on the back to be able to plug whatever you want into it. Here you have the classic Zoom H4n pretty much the standard for anybody that's doing any video work, that's whether it be enthusiast or prosumer. It's a great device. This is just a standard follow focus ring that you get off of Amazon. I'll put a link to that as well. I did want to mention that this setup with this camera is straight out of the box, and it's using the kit lens, the 18 to 55 millimeter. This is a video base plate that is made by Fotasy. I like it because it only has the rings on the back side. That's the only thing I changed off of this Neewer shoulder rig. Also, I wanted to point out that I'm using a standard Ravelli tripod. It's not a real expensive tripod, but it holds about 15 pounds, which this is not more than, and does the job it needs to. I'm just going to swing it around now so you can see the whole rig. I hope everyone got something out of this video, and even if it's not a Sony that you have, you can put a rig together fairly cheaply. I'm thinking somewhere around the neighborhood of $1,100 to have a really solid rig. Really hope this gives everyone some ideas, and I hope that it was a good learning experience. Talk to you later.